Hey, welcome to a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, your host. I'm glad you're here today. You're in for a treat. We got a lot in store for you today. Are you too tough on yourself? A few things to keep in mind when you're being super tough on yourself, how to effectively delegate tasks and manage projects from our friends at MarTech, how to use meditation as a navigational tool. Our friends at Brains, Jason Pfeiffer, talks about where game-changing ideas come from, how to get your products into the hands of Taylor Swift or other celebrities, 8 powerful affirmations to elevate confidence and wealth, what should founders do with their salary, how to build a strong organizational culture, 20 ways leaders can remotely optimize employee productivity and morale, and our friends at Small Business Trends, small business owner host a unique promotion to overcome fraud losses. Good day to you again. If you're just joining, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. We're already getting those emojis and likes. So glad you're here today. And listen, if I've joined you today, if you've joined me today and your day's not doing so well, I hope it gets a little bit better on the Rundown with Ramon. If you are having an amazing day today, thanks for letting me join you in an absolutely amazing day today. Let's get with it on the Rundown with Ramon. Don't forget to spread the word and let people know you're watching the Rundown with Ramon. Hit forward, hit like, hit share, take a screenshot, tag me on IG or somewhere else. And let's get talking about the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Keep this in mind when you're being super tough on yourself. Our friends at Your Tango, we all might be super tough on yourself, but here's an analogy to keep in mind. Imagine you are a runner and every morning before work, you enjoy a 3-mile run. However, one day as you're running, you trip and sprain your ankle. The sprain is bad and you have to visit a physiotherapist to heal. Yet what would happen if you ignored that sprain? What happens when you say, screw it, and continue running? One thing's for sure, you wouldn't heal properly. You'll likely make your injury worse, which would lead to your recovery time increasing. When you're too hard on yourself, I encourage you, take a break and relax. Maybe deep breathing can help in that moment. What about suggestive relaxing? Is a technique that uses direct verbal suggestions to promote physical relaxation. The point is, when you're too tough on yourself and you keep pushing forward and you know you shouldn't, it's not good for you and it's not good for those around you. Toughness is good, but I would say we need to be careful, because if you're too tough on yourself, you may in the end harm yourself, which means you won't be good for yourself or you won't be good for others as well. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. How to effectively delegate tasks and manage projects day to day to day. All we are doing in the professional world, or even those who are stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, caregivers to others, it's tasks, priorities, things you have to do. How do you prioritize? How do you get all the things done? 1, recognize you can't get all the things done. Number 2, recognize this is a daily game of prioritization and saying no to some things so you can say yes to other things. Eliminating ambiguity with explicit request. When I want someone to do something, I try to explicitly ask them to do it. Next point to consider is anticipating needs. My teams and I have been able to surprise and delight our coworkers when we deliver something of value to them that they didn't explicitly ask for. Establishing transparent workflows, providing stakeholders with visibility and transparency about the work my team is doing, especially our prioritization process, has drastically increased stakeholder satisfaction. Setting clear expectations in marketing. 2 traits that separate great service from general support are the ability to anticipate what others will need before they ask for it, and the ability to know when someone is asking for something, even when they don't explicitly ask for it. Listen, if you want to effectively delegate tasks and manage projects, you have to be willing to have no ambiguity in what's asked of you and what you ask of people, anticipate the need of the persons you're working with, and establishing very transparent workflows what happens when this gets done, what happens when it doesn't get done, and setting clear expectations in marketing. Listen, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. How to use meditation as a navigational tool. Listen, many people meditate. I personally do not, but I do believe in the power of thinking. I do believe in the power of taking a quiet time to meditate in the way of in the mornings, not this traditional meditating as people may know it. But I do believe in having that quiet time to think, to be introspective, to ground myself in the day ahead. This is important. And if you can get your handle on hearing yourself think, creating space around you, you'll do much better in life and in business. Ding, 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 ding. Where game-changing ideas come from. Jason Pfeiffer, editor of Entrepreneur Media, writes about this. He always has good insight in his email newsletter. And he gives an example of this and says as follows. Years ago, Joel learned a life-changing fact. Butter doesn't need to be refrigerated. Why don't more people leave it out, allowing the butter to be soft and easily spreadable? There are two answers. One, they don't know better. Two, they don't have the right butter dish. When you lift the lid on a regular dish, it can bump into the butter and make a big mess. So Joe created Buttery, a flip-top dish, so the lid never bumps the butter. Would people want this? Joelle wondered. She didn't know. So she decided to go to a market research company, and $25,000, they said they can help her do it. She didn't have that kind of money. So she went to the airport and realized the airports are full of people who have nothing better to do than answer questions. So she bought a one-way ticket from LA to Vegas, cost her $39. That way she could get through security and etc. And that's how she did her research. She asked people about butter dishes and what they thought. And the answer here, the usefulness of non-obvious uses. Everything in the world has two uses. There's the obvious use and there's the non-obvious use. So my point is, I believe, the way we can be more successful in business, part of the way we can get the answers we need to the questions we seek, game-changing ideas, is to look at the obvious ways things are done. But then as people do at times, look at the non-obvious ways. You have bottle openers that have the tops that are hard to put your fingers on because they have a little notches in it. Somebody had an invention that was from a tennis ball, cutting the tennis ball in half and using the inside of the tennis ball to open the top. You don't need a bottle top opener. So my point is, if you're just looking at the obvious things in business, the obvious things in life, it's going to be harder to think of fresh new ideas. I encourage you, look beyond the obvious and look at the non-obvious. Again, thank you for joining. This is the Rundown with Ramon, how to get your product into the hands of Taylor Swift. I thought this was an interesting article. How do you get the products you need in front of influencers, in front of people who are very famous, in front of people who are well known? Part of it is connecting with people. Part of it is being persistent. Part of it is not going directly after the person, but going after the people who are around them and maybe going after the people who are around them. So our friends at Utah Business give a few things. Create a quality product or experience that people want to share. If your product is starting out busted, if your product is starting out by not being good, well, it's not worthy of connecting with the influence you want to reach. Make connections. As I started off, our friends at Utah Business are saying this, make connections to other people. Number 3, choose celebrities who align with your target audience. Maybe don't go for everybody, but what are the celebrities that align with how you want to do things or who you can work with? Start with smaller celebrities and influencers. Bailey attributes a lot of Gigi Pip's initial success to working with smaller influencers right away. You don't always have to go to the very top. Give away product. When Bauer and her husband first started thread wallets, they gave wallets away. It's okay to give away some of your products or a lot of your products to seed the market. Next thing you can do, reach out to stylists, agents, or other reps who are in the influencer's life, who's around them. This is how you can get to the next level. Get creative. Don't just think direct. Don't just think inside the box. Think outside the proverbial box. Shoot your shot. I remember when I was doing several things, I had a selfie with Ivanka Trump. And how did I get that? I just screamed her name out in the audience and says, Ivanka, I'd love a selfie with you. Remember when I had my time to interview President Barack Obama? I took my shot and interviewed the president. Sometimes the places I've been, where I've gotten in life, is just because I took my shot. Sometimes we let fear capture our imagination, capture us, and prevent us from doing the things that we know we need to do. But you don't have to do that. Take your shot. Ding, 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 ding. 8 powerful affirmations to elevate confidence and wealth. Affirmations, how we speak, how we think, what we say to ourselves can be an important way to how we move. 8 affirmations to retrain your brain. I am great. I am successful. And I am grateful. I am worthy of making money and securing the bag. My only competition is myself. I am doing the best I can. Again, reading here from Brains Magazine. Problems are opportunities for growth. I am confident I can achieve what I believe. I deserve and accept vibrant health and wellness into my life right now. I am a money magnet. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. This is the power. This is the power of shifting our mindset so that our body and our soul moves too. Mindset is so important. And I'm a firm believer in affirmations. It's not some woo-woo thing. We just do it. Regina's chiming in with Regina's affirmations. I am great. Thanks, Regina Carey, for being here on the Rundown with Ramon. Love it, love it, love it. Seems like Regina's an affirmation person as well. Affirmations are important. I used to think they were just some woo-woo pie in the sky thing, but they're not. As Regina says, language is absolutely powerful. Find Regina on LinkedIn. Regina Carey, glad you're here. Educational background. Affirmations are powerful. And again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. I hope you're enjoying the Rundown with Ramon. If you are, do a share, do a like, do a forward, do a screenshot. Let people know you're watching a Rundown with Ramon. Connect with me on LinkedIn, on Instagram, X, Facebook, on a platform near you. Ding, 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 ding. What should founders do with their salary? Balance needs with personal goals. Your business has needs, your business needs, and your family, your personal life has needs. Those have to be balanced. Fund basic personal expenses. This is important. Start an emergency fund. This is important. Invest in funds that contribute to personal growth and reflect your values. Invest in local startups if you have the money to invest beyond yourself. Diversify your investments. Don't just have your money all in one place. When you get paid, use your money wisely. Again, everybody, thanks for being here on the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. How to build a strong organizational culture. It's things like this, of course. Just reading this in one blog post, reading this in one article is not going to change your life. Our friend Steve Keating talks about this aspect of organizational culture. But I think it's a reminder as we build our businesses, big or small, the things that we must do to be great and successful. Have we defined our core values? I know at Smart Hustle Media, Zone of Genius, the various projects and companies I'm working on, our core values are fun and honesty. Fun and honesty. Are you leading by example? Are you a leader that says what to do, but doesn't take that action? Communicate effectively. Encourage collaboration. Are you empowering employees? Promote diversity and inclusion. Celebrate success. Are you investing in employee well-being? Are you providing continuous feedback? Are you adapting and evolving? This is how you build a strong organizational culture. It doesn't happen by accident. It happens with great intentionality. And if we're going to build companies that are built to last, as Jim Collins, I think it is, or Malcolm Gladwell rather writes, we have to have great organizational cultures. Ding, 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 ding. 20 ways leaders can remotely optimize employee productivity and morale. How can we work better with a remote workforce? One, prioritize flexibility and trust. Trust is essential in building a company that's the company you want to happen. Foster strong team connection and communication. Are you fostering something in a team where they value how you allow them to work? Are you fostering something where it's more so the communication is not there, or are you fostering something that is there? This is important to keep in mind. I'm going to show that in a bit. Or how are you fostering the communication in your world? Leverage clear goals and a solid plan. What's the goal you have for your company? Are you clearly articulating that? Ensure responsibility is aligned with flexible work. Embracing the power of digital technologies. Are you being intentional about facilitating interactions and collaborations? Are you conducting regular check-ins? Avoid completely replacing in-person interactions. In-person interactions are important. Consider overhead savings. Are you over communicating, which I think is a good thing at times, especially for remote employees? Monitoring employee engagement, supporting a strong team culture, providing internal support. Are you remaining flexible? I could go on here with some great tips. Trust is said again. Trust your team, focusing on balance. Great article here in Forbes, and I suggest we all go back to it, search for this. How can we remotely optimize employee productivity and morale? I want to bring out this gem here real quick here before I bring in what else I wanted to share. Ding, 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 ding. And this is an interesting point from our friends at smallbiztrends.com. Small business owner hosts a unique promotion to overcome fraud losses. Alex Lyons, owner of Ray of Sunshine Collective in Denison, Texas, realized last year that hundreds of dollars had been taken from her account due to fraudulent checks. She explained to local news outlet what happened. She had temporary checks that were from my business account. She wrote a fake name on them, went to my bank, and cashed them is what happened. Wow. Upon noticing the missing money, she went to her bank, but instead of feeling dejected, she took action. She filed a police report, updated her page, and she made a video about what happened and did a little sale for the week to try and recoup the money. And guess what? She recouped the money. Within a week, she had all the money back. So sometimes we can take negative things that happen to us and turn them for good. I wanted to share one more thing with you all today about failure. Listen to this and check this out about failure, what we can all learn from this. Impediment of growth and success for many business owners. Of course, it's not just business owners that the fear of failure keeps them behind, but it's life in general that keeps that little girl from trying to ice skate, keeps that little boy from trying to go in a race. The fear of failure, the rejection we may feel. I recently talked about this on zoneofgenius.com, and I just wanted to touch on a few points about the fear of failure, especially in business, but even beyond. The unknown is terrifying. Will my business work? Do I know enough to even start or grow my business? What will other people say about me? The justifiable fear that many people may have who provide for others, who are breadwinners in their families or who have people relying on them. If this doesn't work, how will I provide for my family or those looking towards the sustenance I provide? So these are very valid excuses or reasons for fear. Some fears may be unreasonable, quote unquote. It's only in our minds, but it's still fear. But the thing we have to realize is there's a cost of fear. By us delaying or by us not doing, by us having the inaction, we won't know what we can do. We won't know the success we could or could not have. We won't know it because the fear is keeping us back, and we may fail, but guess what? We also may succeed. So one thing I want to touch on is this aspect of reframing failure. And I want to read here. To overcome our fear, we need to change how we view failure. Every failure teaches us something valuable. We learn what doesn't work, gaining knowledge that's crucial for future success. Failure is normal and part of every entrepreneur's journey. All successful people have failed at some point. It's a natural step on the path to achievement. Remember that failure is temporary, hopefully. A setback doesn't define you or your business or your life. It's a moment in time, and you can always try again. By reframing failure as a learning opportunity and a normal part of the process, we can reduce its power to frighten us. So, how do you overcome fear? You may not get rid of it, but you can take things step by step. Take little baby steps. Considering doing things with others, but be careful who you pick because those other people can hold you back just as well. Understand you're not alone. Many have failed before you, many have failed, will fail after you, and you may fail, but you can get back up again. And one thing for sure, taking baby steps and limiting the degree of failure may help. So, despite having the fear, despite fear keeping you back, despite fear holding a grip on you, keeping you in chains of slavery of fear, let it prepare you to take action. Take a baby step. Start small. Start something and see how that works, how you feel as you ride the training wheels of business or life. And as you get better and better and more confident, and then the training wheels come off and you're off to the races, as my friend Seth Godin would say. And remember to learn from failure. Many businesses have failed. This is part of the journey. Nothing is perfect, or we'd all be in another place. Learn from your failures. Learn from mistakes. Learn from what you did wrong and learn what you can do better. And when you succeed, when you do well, celebrate that win. Embrace that win. And move on and help somebody else behind you. I hope this is helpful for somebody. Everybody, that was, I got to edit this. Oh, boy. When you're live, things happen sometimes. That was a powerful segment all about embracing failure indeed. Remember to celebrate your wins and not let them keep you down. My name is Ramon Ray, and this is The Rundown with Ramon. Until next time, I'll see you on the next edition of The Rundown with Ramon. Remember, I want you to make a difference in someone's life today. I want you to go out there and conquer it and let somebody know they matter because you matter. I want you to let them know. Go out and make a difference. And remember, embrace failure and celebrate the wins. This is The Rundown with Ramon. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Go out now and make a difference. Until next time, see you on the next edition of The Rundown with Ramon. Thanks.